Hey, friends. Happy, thankful Thursday. And I hope that's the mindset that you guys are entering into this day full of limitless possibilities. With that mindset that I can be thankful for my goals, that I can enter this day being thankful for my dreams. But most importantly, I can be thankful for the challenges I've overcome. Isn't that awesome? That you can be thankful for the challenges, the setbacks that you overcome. I want you to think about not last year, but this year so far. What are the challenges you've overcome? Maybe you ran into some things this year so far that you said, I can't imagine me getting on the other side. But today, you're here. You're here on the other side of those fears. You're here on the other side of those doubts. You're here on the other side of those challenges. But most importantly, you're still here. That means that things can get better. I want you to hear that again, that you're still here and that things can get better. Regardless of how bad yesterday was, today's a new day. Today is a new day you can get better. Today is a new day, most importantly, that you can be thankful. I think maybe you find yourself, you're like, I'll be thankful when things are going my way. I'll be thankful when. Thinking that our gratitude is situational based. But you can enter this day being thankful now, not delaying gratitude, but realizing that being thankful, gratitude can be the choice I make today. I can be thankful through the process. I can be thankful here. But I can be thankful knowing that today is a new day, a new opportunity to get better, a new opportunity to become wiser, but a new opportunity to keep pushing towards my goals. That I no longer have to let fear, doubt hold me back. That today I can step into my power. I can step into my purpose. I can step forward with a new belief that, hey, today's a new day. The old me is passed away. I don't have to be the same as yesterday, but I can step forward with a new attitude of gratitude, a new attitude of possibilities, a new attitude, no longer letting fear hold me back. But today's a new day. I think the greatest gift you is today. I'm not worried about what tomorrow is going to bring me, but I'm worried about today. Honoring this moment, not worried about what the future has in store for me, but realizing that all I can do is bring the best me today. Today, right here in this moment. So the only thing you need to focus on is, how can I bring the best me today? No longer letting the past fears, the past setbacks, the doubts hold you back, but realizing that today is the gift. This very moment is the gift. And that's to be honored. Not only to be honored, but to be thankful for. So I'm super thankful for just this opportunity that I get to spend this time with you, making some amazing connections with you amazing people like Yeslin right here. So team, we're going to dive right into our daily positive quotation. And maybe you're wondering, Sam, what is a daily positive quotation, Jake? This is a book where it's going to give us a topic of the day. It's going to have a little section, then a positive thought or a positive repeat after me section. And today here, friends, on this Thankful Thursday, our topic is excuses. So now we're going to go right on into our quote. It is better to offer no excuse than to have had a bad one. And that's quoted by George Washington. Man, that's a powerful quote. So now we're going to go with our topic today being excuses. I'm going to repeat that quote again to really let that sink in. Our quote says, it is better to offer no excuse than a bad one. And that quote is by George Washington. So now we're going to go right on into our story section here, friends. And it says, we all make mistakes. The problem isn't so much making mistakes as the length in which we sometimes go to defend ourselves when we make them. However deep a hole that making this mistake has put us in, it just gets deeper the more we try to explain ourselves. If we would simply say, I was wrong, and move on, we wouldn't have to waste so much time and eating, and the people around us would respect us more. Wow, isn't that powerful? Like on this thankful Thursday. And now we're gonna go into that positive thought of that positive epitome section. It says, I will try to calmly admit my mistakes I make today and then move on. Isn't that powerful? I want to repeat that again. It says, I will try to calmly admit my mistakes I make today and then move on. I think that's so powerful. Maybe you entered in this day holding on to mistakes of yesterday, but I think it's a great reminder. It's time to move on. Maybe you even enter this year with some of those setbacks and doubts, those fears. It's time to move on. But I love the topic today being excuses. I love that quote. It says, it is better to offer no excuse to have made a bad one. I want you to hear that again. It's better to just offer no excuse than to have made a bad one. And that quote is by George Washington. And maybe you found yourself this year making those excuses for why things didn't go your way, making those excuses for why things haven't happened for you. It's just been a bad excuse. But I think that positive thought said it's just time to move on. It's time to move forward into your power. Like I love how it said, those excuses are simply wasting your time. We've all made mistakes. And I think that's the most powerful statement right here. Is that we've all made mistakes. I don't know where the word perfection came in, but there's nothing in life that's perfect. Can we all agree? Like, I'm not perfect. I'll be the first to admit that. I am not perfect. This is honestly my first human experience. I don't know who is here has had a second chance in their human experience. Who here has made all the right choices along the way? I think this is a learned experience, especially because, we only have one life, right? And mistakes we can either learn from others' mistakes or make our own and learn, right? But I love that. It says, we go to defend ourselves when we make them, however deep a hole. And I love how it talks about those mistakes, those excuses we make are just simply digging a hole deeper, right? But it's simply just a waste of time. But I love how it says, we can simply say, I was wrong and move on. I think that's a powerful statement there. That we can simply just say, hey, I made a mistake. It's time to move on. Yes, I love that, Mino. Yeah, that's why I choose to only make mistakes. And I think that's such a great idea, Mino. Like you said, it's like when we make those mistakes and we're able to move on, we learn. I think it's the quicker we make those mistakes, like Mino was saying, we can move on. We can learn. But I love how it says in that positive thought, in that positive repeat after me section, it says, I will try today to calmly admit my mistakes that I make and then move on. And I think that's a powerful moment because that's really a choice, right? That I'm going to make some mistakes, realizing that they're real perfection, right? That I'm going to be honest. I know I'm going to make some mistakes today. I'm going to fumble on my words through this live. But it doesn't mean you shouldn't try. I want you to hear that again, that you're going to make mistakes today, but it doesn't mean you shouldn't try. And the best part about it is when you make those mistakes, you can simply move on. Move past the fear, those mistakes, those doubts. You can move on. So I want to remind you on this Thursday, remind you of your power, remind you of your purpose, remind you that those mistakes no longer have to hold you back. They no longer have to sit in fear. You no longer have to sit in doubt. But that on this Thursday, you not only can be thankful, but you can move on through the fears, through the doubts, but believing in the dream again. believing in your power again. But most importantly, believing in your purpose. But I want you to know this, that on this Thursday, not only is this day a gift, but this is a day that your goals, your dreams, the things you're looking to achieve are still possible for you. Take care, friends. All right, you guys, man. Thank y'all so much. Yes, God is good, Rocky. I 100% agree. Thank you so much for joining, liking the live, sharing. Hopefully, we made some connections. Hopefully, that sparked that motivation in you. That's motivation to let the past go and move forward. Move forward with confidence. Move forward with your power, but move forward knowing that you have the power to change your life. I want you to hear that again, that you have the power to change your life, and you're here for a reason, and this is your season. You're here for a reason. This is your season. It's time to move forward. It's time to be thankful, but it's time to know that it's possible for you. Your dreams are possible for you. I want you to hear that. You're loved. You're here for a reason, and you matter. And your goals are possible for you. So, hey, friends, take care. Step into your power. Step into your purpose. Know that you're loved. All right. Take care, friends.